This is a 1953 Chevrolet 3100 pickup truck. I usually have somebody help me with the video, but the trucks like these that drive out real good, I can usually even do them on my own. So even though this is a 3-speed on the column, I'm just going to hold the camera in my left hand and steer, and I think that'll show how it doesn't wander. So anyway, the tap of the gas pedal, the tap of the starter, barely touch the starter, it fires right up. And that's not me letting it warm up or anything, it's actually fairly cold. The original gauges are here and retain their beautiful original look, but they are not hooked up. In fact, there's the gauges down below, and there's a fuel gauge in the glove compartment that are hooked up and are accurate. You can see the oil pressure gauge go up. Hopefully you can see that as I give it some gas. So here we go. For a quick drive. Transmission shifts out great. Truck steers very nicely. You don't see my, try and hold that there so you can see my hand, that I'm not wandering all over the road. I'm not having to oversteer the vehicle. Cruises very nicely. Now it's a little bit windy in here. The camera picks up the wind noise from the windows being down. I've also got that front vent open to keep me cool in here. But I'm going to pull in here. I'm steering with one hand in this cul-de-sac. This truck steers great, runs great. Get out while it's still running. Let you hear the engine. You can hear the exhaust back here. Show you the exhaust tip. And the old girl's still warming up a little bit, so actually just pulled her out of the garage and fired her right up, as I showed on the temp gauge. She's still sitting around 100, so we gotta always let these old ladies warm up. Let me open up the hood. You can hear the engine. Sounds fantastic. It's got a beautiful engine detail done to it, very original looking. In 1953 they put a 216. In 1954 they changed over to the standard 235. In 1953 the 235 went in the larger truck. This is the 216, retaining its original oil filter, air filter, oil filter, which is nice. Those are oftentimes missing. It's got the original radiator, which has been brassed, and that looks very beautiful. And this truck is like super minimal rust. I mean, very little. New wiring, just a new simple fuse box on it. The original horn button's not hooked up. It's very rare that you find them. I've got a 54 where it actually works, and it's very rare that you find them working. It does have a horn button here. I'm going to turn the truck off and show the, just pulling the seatbelt out here real quick. Show you guys the truck. This is a really pretty truck. Hood in fantastic shape. Usually you see these rusted out in the front. This one is not. This is a minimal rust truck. It does have a brand new fender over here on the driver's side in the front. The passenger side front fender, inner fender well is what I'm talking about. Sorry, just to be clear on that. This one is the original. It's nice. The hood holds itself up. The springs are in good shape. We'll take an exterior walk around the truck, and then I'll show you the interior. This is an original 1953 color. It's called Autumn Brown. and some people mistake it for, or I would, just to be descriptive about the color, call it a dark burgundy. It's kind of a reddish tone to it, but it really is the autumn brown color. And that is the factory original. That is a factory original color if you'll look in your 1953 truck manuals, where you see. So I want to take a nice slow walk around. It's kind of a bittersweet thing I'm going to tell you about the truck. Is it's been sanded down to bare metal and painted, which is great. The downside is it was sanded down and painted by someone who really isn't a body person, so they did it for the sake of making sure the truck was rust free. They did not do it for the sake of making the body perfectly straight. So actually, now this is my second go around on the truck. I'm going to start getting up closer. Of course the beds are usually have a little nicks and dings in them, but now I want to try and show you that the fender, pretty much the truck says, and I say this in my written description on the ad, I'm not sure how well you can see that, so I'm trying to show, but the truck in general just looks like an older, it kind of looks like an older farm truck with the way the body is. The body work on it, wasn't done. There was no real body work done on it. It was basically just sanded down and then primered and painted. So you've got just a couple of little ripple effects here and there, and I try to take a few pictures. This is one of the things that's tough to show on camera. I always try and go overboard showing pictures and video, doing the video. This is a beautiful 20-footer. When you see this thing coming down the road, you just go like, wow, what a cool truck. Whenever we drive this, everybody goes like, super nice truck, looks like an old farm truck. I call them watermelon trucks. We drive through South Georgia and Alabama, and you see guys with trucks like this filled up with watermelons in the back, But not a show truck, not... the body's just not like that. The body's, got its kind of little ripples and dings and stuff like that, but rust free, and this would be an easy truck to come back and do your skim coating and body work and make it into a nice truck if you wanted to. I'm not into that. I always say that. I tell everybody that. I'm not into the nice truck look personally. You have a ton of money in a super nice truck and you never drive it. I like trucks like this. All the bedwood is brand new. The rail system around the top is new. Grab a buddy. You can slide those rails off the top real easy. They come right out. Brand new oak wood and bed rail system. Looks fantastic with the matching autumn brown rails in the back. Show you the underneath of the truck, then we'll show you the interior. Like I said, extreme minimal rust on the truck as you begin to look through here and see that it's super clean. A little bit of surface rust under here, and then one rust spot right there that you will see where it's rusted through on the step up, just a little bit. Now that's just on the frame support there, on the support frame that they put on those things. Frame on the truck in great shape. Yes, some surface rust, and you will see there was a couple of rust holes there. They have been painted with that like a POR 15 style rust proofer, and then new metal put in on top, like a new floor pan has been put in on top, as you can see. And the floor on the interior has got a new well, let me talk about this first, and then we've got a new master cylinder in there with all new brake lines. Like I said, frame in great shape. You do have that one spot of rust in the back of the cab corner on the outside, which your rear cab corners and the inner cab corners are almost always rusty on trucks like these. Outer cab corners in good shape. The step up is a little bit rusty. Was not sanded down perfectly before being repainted, just because this is not that kind of truck. This is the old kind of farm truck style. A little bit of fiberglass patch right there in the back, as you can see, and then going around the inner part of the bed. The truck's in great shape. No rust in the back of the fenders. Like I said, frame rails in great shape. The silver paint on there is actually like a rust performer product, anti-rusting product. And I don't undercoat these trucks ever when I know they're gonna go to resale, because we don't ever want to be accused of trying to hide anything with undercoating. I don't like it when classic car salespeople do that. I really actually hate that the state of Georgia forced me to get a dealer's license, because you can see a little patch back there in the back of that. Because unfortunately you have all of the stereotypes that are synonymous with the used car dealer. Whenever somebody goes, "Oh, you're a dealer," well, I had to be, because even if I only sell one truck a month, I'm only allowed to sell 5 vehicles. Got some fiberglass back there in the back cab corner. I'm gonna flip around here. So that's why I do what I do. That's why I take 60 or 70 pictures of a vehicle. That's why I take the time to do a 15-minute video. There's your inner cab corner right there with some rust in it. Battery tray in great shape, and this step up actually in fantastic shape too. Go to the final fender well here. I just always want to try and over-advertise stuff. I never want to try and hide anything from anybody. Of course, these are old vehicles, and you're always going to find something, you know. I think that's just true. Brand new windows and door handles inside. Window rolling up and down very easily. New weather stripping on the windows. New rubber. Beautiful interior. The new seat cover. Headliner in place. Interior painted in just a little bit of a metallic gray. That is the original dash. Has not been cut, and that's the original radio that would have gone in there. Is missing. The floor pad is new, and underneath it with the battery tray here, and then of course an insulation, a sound deadening insulation, and it also makes it nice and soft to have on your feet. And I showed you the floor pans from underneath. Like I said, all glass is new. You can tell that the weather stripping is brand new. So nice and soft and rubbery and gushy. Driver's side window rolling up perfectly, rolling down perfectly. And I said, brand new handles. Still has the original tag, the VIN number on it. There's a brand new tank. The new fuel gauge is located in the glove compartment. Rear view mirror. Rear glass is brand new. Even has the old light in the back on the top. Most of the times those are missing. It is missing the weather stripping on the doors. There was some weather stripping on there, and just never could. I think the gentleman told me he never got it to close right, so he just took it off. But a new weather stripping piece is available from LMC Trucking for about $20. The bottoms of the doors are in good shape. It's got a beautiful original style wheels with the Chevrolet center cap and the old school style tires. I really love the old school tread pattern that you see on there. It really helps to retain that look with the old farm truck look, giving it an original look. Take a step back to get it in full camera view. I'm probably about 10-12 feet away from the truck. Walk around it one more time, and like I said, you step a hair away from this truck, you see this truck in the parking lot, or we take it to the bank or a gas station, and people start walking up to it and they go, "Man, what a cool old truck." And I think that's what it is. It's a cool truck. It's extremely mechanically reliable. Just fantastic, with all the new wiring, lights working, everything. It does not have the heater core box in it, but I do have it, the original. They're the heater box, and it does not have the wipers hooked up right now. I know that there's an electrical wiper kit that you can buy from LMC for the electric motor and switch and everything. But I never ever drive a vehicle like this in the rain. They're just very old, and if I can help it, I try not to keep them. I try not to let them get wet, except for when we're washing them, and then we always dry them immediately, and usually take the air dryer to them as well. Take a electric blower and blow off all the water and park them dry. We don't let them drip dry. So I think this is a super cool truck, and it's one you could drive totally like it is, have a blast with it. You could, you know, never do anything else to it than it's already been done to it and have a great truck. I mean, it needs absolutely nothing to be driven like it is. But you could, you know, if you want to take it to the next level, sand it down, do some body work on it, put a little bit better paint job. Honestly, other than that, and maybe putting a radio in it, maybe reinstalling the heater, I mean, it really doesn't need anything. A couple little rusty spots maybe if you wanted to clean it up, but overall I love this truck because it's ready to go as is. It's beautiful and fun, and just an amazing piece of American history.